Eicher Motors will be in the limelight tomorrow because the company, the Motown heavyweight, is all set to hand in its Q3 report card. And going by the volumes delivered for Royal Enfield in the quarter gone by, wherein they saw a good 9% growth YOY basis, we expect it to augur well, especially on the top line growth of the company on a consolidated basis. Sales are seen at 2,850 crores versus 2,371 crores, up almost 20% on a year-on-year basis. We expect PAT at 540 crores versus close to 499 crores, an uptick of about 8% year-on-year, largely in line with how the overall performance for the company has been. As far as EBITDA and margins performance is concerned, EBITDA is likely to grow about 15% YOY at 690 crores versus 590 crores on account of primarily because of improved realizations and operating leverage benefits. However, despite the scale, EBITDA margin is likely to contract on a year-on-year basis. We expect EBITDA to come in at 24.2% versus 25% YOY. Why that is because of higher commodity costs, which could actually weigh a bit heavier on the margins performance for Eicher Motors for the quarter gone by. So largely things are looking up. It's likely to be a mixed bag as far as financial performance is concerned. Definitely profit, sales and EBITDA are likely to do well, but because of high commodity prices, margins could be a bit of a drag. In fact, several auto majors have talked about pressure coming in from high commodity costs, but let's see how it pans out for Royal Enfield and what their commentary is like, and whether it's a one-off pain seen during this quarter or going forward as well. Things are likely to be a bit shaky or a bit tricky because of high commodity costs. But like I said, if you look at Royal Enfield volumes, for the last 3 quarters consecutively, they have been seeing a degrowth in the volumes. It's only this time around in Q3 of FY21 when Royal Enfield finally has seen a 9% growth on a year-on-year basis. Of course, there's the whole low base effect also kicking in, but also because Q1, Q2 were actually exceptional quarters this time around because of COVID-led disruptions, lockdowns, demand weakening, so on and so forth. But lots to watch out for as far as the commentary is concerned. We would definitely want to know about demand trends, not just in the domestic market, but even the global markets and global regions that they are now betting on in a big way. They've been talking about global expansion for the last few quarters, so we'll like to get some update there as well, how the demand is playing out. Levers to improve margins from the current levels. Even margins, of course, last quarter, or rather the last quarter, which was Q1 of FY21, was largely an exception. But Q2 onwards, they've seen a good improvement. Q2 was 22%, Q3 we're expecting it to come in close to 24%. So want to understand how the trajectory is likely to play out going forward as well, and what are the measures they're taking to mitigate any cost impact because of high commodity prices. So largely going to be a steady set, I would say, unless there is any negative surprise coming in further on the margins front. So let's see how things pan out, but Royal Enfield definitely has had a decent quarter. It might aid the performance. Let's see to what extent.